To represent this relation as using the rule of 4, since we're given a table, we're going to need a graph, an equation, and a sentence. Let's do the graph first. Since we have some points here, all we're going to need to do is plot them. We had 6, and then they're using Desmos, they're just going to pop up here. And there's our graph. We could draw a line through the points, and we've got our graph drawn. Now, to do our equation, we're going to need a y equals an mx plus b equation. So we'll need the slope, and we'll need the y-intercept, the vertical intercept. A new equation we can use in this unit is we're looking for the change between any 2 points, like a rise and a run. So we need the change between the vertical values, and we'll need the change between the horizontal values. So an equation that for our slope, we are used to using rise and run. But if we have points on a grid, we can use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, where a y2 and a y1 are really just the y1 is like the first y value for one point, and x1 is the x value for that same point. So we could say, if we are looking at these 2 points here, we could call this point 1 and this point 2. Then this is the x1, and this is the y1, and this is the x2, and this is the y2. So using those 2 points, we can calculate the slope, which gives us the rise and the run, and divides them. So if I plug those in, y2 is 4, so I got 4 subtract y1, which is 6, over x2, which is 0, subtract x1, which is negative 2. So using that little formula, I have a way to calculate the slope of a line given any 2 points on the line. So that gives me negative 2 over 2, which gives me a negative 1 for my slope. Now we need the vertical intercept, or the y-intercept. We can see that from the table that when x is 0, our vertical intercept is 4. So our b in the equation will be 4. So our equation looks like this: y equals negative 1, but since it's negative 1, we can just write negative x plus 4. There's our equation of this line. Lastly, we need a sentence. So we can see that as x, using our slope, we can say that as x goes up 1 every time, the y goes down 1 every time. And that's it. We've got our 3 other representations of this relation.